Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Art Whisperer 88. Today I'm going to do a blue color theme, and I will start with my acrylic paint pen in blue and do my usual scribbles. Now, like I'd mentioned before, since this is a gel plate and it's very squishy, it's hard to write continuously. I have to go slowly. In fact, the pen kind of it almost feels like it clogs up. I'm sure it would be different if I were writing on a piece of paper. There we go. That's better. So the idea is for me to put these textures down first. So the result is a very busy background with lots of activity. And there's no need to have elaborate, intricate stencils to achieve an intricate background. Okay, so that's the first layer, my blue acrylic paint pen. So now I'm going to introduce a light blue background. This is Lucas Arctic. As you can see, the extender tends to separate, so I have to shake it up a little bit. And here is some primary blue. Just a few drops, just to create additional texture. And then I am going in an up and down motion. I'm not going this way because I want to create a kind of a grain, like a wood grain. Okay. Now this is a sheet of Somerset texture. And before I do my printing, I always double check the registration. So what I do is I take my template, put it on the printing area and make sure that the registration bars are in the right place, because they tend to shift around because they're not screwed to the table, they're just held in with these glue dots. Okay. So I'll leave this for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see what we have here. I think it did a decent transfer. There's some texture here. All right, that didn't stick at all. Okay, so this is the first layer, and it has the texture that I wanted with the lines, random lines, and also random textures of the blues, different shades of blue. So I'm going to air dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. While the first layer is drying, I went through my reusable stencils, and as you can see, they don't clean up very well. But what I made sure is the part that has paint on it is the part that faces me, and then the cleaner side I use and place on the plate. Now if I do the dirty side, this is going to offset on the plate, and in this case I don't want any unnecessary contamination. So if I were a little less lazy, I would scrub these one by one with a brush, but it's not going to happen. So I'm going to use the cleaner side, put that down like so, and then I'm assigning silver for the middle part. And This is Grayish Blue by Amsterdam on the top layer. And the bottom layer. Okay. So I'm going to start with the silver. And then blend out to the grayish blue. This is where it's good to offset the excess. Okay. Okay, I think I have them all. So here is the first layer, just to refresh your memory. Now this is where the registration bars play a very important role, because they make sure that the patterns line up and I don't get messy edges. Not that there's anything wrong with having messy, ragged edges, if that's your intention. But I like to keep things neat in this case. Okay. Let's see what we have here. I think it left a very nice ghost print. Very cool image and very cool colors. Check that out. Okay, I think I will aim for a third layer of phthalo blue and maybe stop there. So I will air dry this and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. Now for my last layer, I want to try something crazy. I have here some petroleum jelly or Vaseline, and I'm going to mix. I'm just going to use my hand. I'm going to mix some Vaseline with baby oil to create a kind of a thick layer. Okay, I got lots of baby oil because that's what I use to clean the plate. And let me see. I'm going to use a fairly wide brush and mix the two. So I'm making a solution of petroleum jelly and baby oil and using this as a oil resist for the last layer and see how well it performs. I'm basing this on the principle that oil and water don't mix. And so instead of using a stencil, this will be the stencil. Okay, here goes. Okay, I don't know if you can see this on camera. I've never done this before, but you can see the shiny part is the oily part. What I plan to do is place the darkest color, which is brilliant blue. This is actually more like phthalo blue, and roll it. And I'm hoping that the oil is going to repel the acrylic. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to use my extra wide roller. So the parts that didn't get the oil are accepting the acrylic paint, and the oily parts are staying clean. Okay. Now here's the part with the second layer. Now this may turn out to be an oily mess, but I'm gonna try this. I've always wanted to do this, but didn't have the opportunity to do so. And the baby oil will simply evaporate after this is air dried. Okay, let's see what kind of mess I made. Oh, I think it's pretty cool. Very blotchy. Check this out. It's something different. I'll know better when this dries completely, and I will decide what to do next. So don't go away. I'm going to try to retrieve this ghost print with, this is caramel. And some unbleached titanium. So the oily part creates this very interesting open spot, open areas, because it resists. Let me put my regular scribble marks. And we'll see what result we get. Okay, let's see what we got here. It's been about 10 minutes. Oh, I think this is a great transfer. Now, because of the oily surface, the paper just peels right off without fighting me. It's a very interesting image as well. And there's hardly any paint left on the plate. I think this is so cool. Here's a close-up. I think the textures are amazing. Okay, let me air dry this and then I will be right back. Okay, back from a short break. I found these leftover shapes. They're actually heart shapes that I cut in half. And I had them laying around, so I figure I might as well use them up. And then I mixed it with my regular reusable stencils. So I'm going to apply a light color. Here's the piece that has the oil resist. It needs some contrast, so I'm going to apply a unbleached titanium and maybe some metallic gold to kind of dress things up. So I'm going to put some white in the middle. And here's some metallic gold for the top and bottom. Just making sure my hands are clean when I handle the paper. And like I mentioned before, keeping this table clutter-free is a huge job. So here is the piece with the oil resist. I'm just applying an even, strong pressure just to get a good contact. And that's why I like using this Somerset, because it's sturdy. It's It's a thick paper, but it is very soft because it's 100% cotton. Okay. Oh, I like that. I love the texture of this. It's exactly what I wanted. I think this is so cool. And this is a standalone print, definitely. The white, the titanium, unbleached titanium gives enough definition to the shapes to differentiate the blotchy areas from the plain ones. And I like the very subtle touch of gold. It gives such a rich texture, almost like the effect when you look at certain minerals like lapis lazuli or quartz. Okay. Now I will air dry this and then work on the second print. Okay, for the second one I will use another metallic, but this is a little darker. This is bronze. And then I will combine the bronze with something really dramatic like black. A blooper. I'm not going to move the stencil, I'll just leave it. I have to remember this acrylic is very liquid, kind of watery. So I have to be careful when applying it because it's easy to put too much. I'm just going to offload it on my sketch pad. Okay. Just making sure that I didn't leave any behind. So here's the second print. So hopefully the black areas will give it some contrast. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, very cool. And I think the ghost print is fantastic. The metallic gives it a richness. So this gets air dried. This is too good to waste. I'm going to see if I can retrieve it with green. Okay, let's see what we have here. It's a very rich texture. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this air dry and maybe work on this piece in another video. So I have to figure out what to do with it. So I will recap and then summarize with the first two prints. Okay, I'm back from a short break and this has dried beautifully. And in fact, there is no trace of the oil. The baby oil just evaporates, which is great. It doesn't leave any blotchy oil stains. And I am very, very pleased with the result of this. And I may start using oil resists from now on because the result is really something special. Let me show you a close-up. I have not been able to achieve a texture this rich and elaborate. And now I know how to achieve it by using oil resists. And one added benefit of using oil resist, that it really helps the plate release the paper. It makes pulling the paper very easy and effortless, rather than before I was always fighting with the paper and it would start tearing. With the application of a film of oil, it really helps a lot. Here is print number 2. It's a totally different atmosphere here with the metallic and the black. As you can see, there's a shimmer of the metallic as I move the paper. Again, the residue of the oil really creates this very rich texture. And I find that there is no visible residue of the oil. Okay, that was fun. And I hope you liked this video. Please like, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. And again, for those who can, I deeply appreciate if you can donate to my PayPal account to help keep this channel going. and I hope to see you next time.